There are 7 hidden settings for YouTube Shorts, and if you're not getting many views right now, it means you probably got some of these wrong. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these 7 settings are and how to fix them. Let's get into it. All right then, so the very first setting, and this one's actually quite a controversial one, is that I recommend you turn off notify subscribers. Now, personally, I actually always have this on for long form videos, but I never have it on for shorts. And let me explain why. Basically, the shorts algorithm and the long form algorithm work completely differently. When you upload a long form video, yes, notifying your subscribers makes sense because they're the people who are already interested in your content and are most likely to click on and watch your new videos. But shorts are a bit different because shorts are literally designed to be discovered by new people through the shorts feed, not just your existing audience. And the shorts algorithm works best this way, through discovery. So if you have notify subscribers turned on, YouTube will initially push your short to your subscribers first, instead of actually pushing it straight to the shorts feed. And here's the problem with that. If your subscribers are expecting like a long form video when they get a notification, but they see you just uploaded a short instead, a lot of them will either A, ignore it, or B, just swipe away quickly. And that behavior from your subscribers early on matters a lot because the algorithm is constantly testing your short, especially in the first few hours. And it's always looking at how people respond to it. Like, are they watching it all the way through? Are they liking it? Are they engaging with it? And so on. So if your own audience doesn't respond well to your short when you first post it, the algorithm will take that as a sign the short isn't very good or isn't worth pushing any further. And you obviously want to avoid that. So what we want to happen instead is for your short to go straight to the shorts feed and actually bypass your subscribers first. Because the shorts feed is where it's shown to as many people as possible who are already in that kind of short form mindset, where they're more likely to watch and actually engage with your short. Now, this is a small tweak, but it can make a big difference. So for shorts going forward, try turning this setting off and just see how you get on. Now, this next one is actually a really quick and easy one, but because it's so quick and easy, I actually see so many people either forget to do this or B, they just don't know it exists. But basically, when you next post out a short, you always need to make sure you link it to a relevant playlist. And if you haven't yet created any playlists on your channel, you're going to need to do that as soon as possible. Now, for me on this channel, I have 4 different playlists. One dedicated to YouTube growth advice, one for getting more views on your shorts, a monetization one, and then one for making money online. And basically, when I click into one of these playlists, you can see I've got a full description and like 10 different hashtags. Now, I do this purely for SEO purposes because having a playlist full of specific videos massively helps the algorithm to understand my content and helps to push my videos in front of the right people at the right time. Now, in this YouTube growth playlist, every single video you see here is dedicated to YouTube growth. Same with the monetization playlist. So now every time I upload a new video to one of these playlists, it means it's going to be bundled in and categorized with all of these videos as well, which will help YouTube to understand the new video too. Plus, look, if someone finds themselves watching one of the videos from my playlists, the algorithm will then always suggest your new videos or your new shorts as something to watch next. So what I'm saying is you need to separate your content into different categories and make playlists for them. Then when you post out a new short, always put it in the most relevant playlist. Now, I know that in my playlists, I only have long form videos, but I promise you this works for shorts too, the exact same. You can actually add both shorts and long form videos together in these spaces. This helps massively for the algorithm to understand your content and to suggest it to the right people first time. Trust me, give it a go. Then next up, you want to add at least 1 to 6 different hashtags to every single short you post. Now, technically, yes, you can add way more than this. I think YouTube actually allows you to add up to like 20 different hashtags in your videos. But from my own personal experience and from what I've tested, you don't need that many. In fact, using up to around 6 different hashtags is just as effective. And it actually looks a lot cleaner too. Now, here's why hashtags are so important. They basically help YouTube to categorize your content properly. So when you add hashtags that are directly related to your video and your niche, you're basically telling the algorithm exactly what your content is about and who it's for. So this helps the algorithm to push your short to the right audience faster. Now, I know some of you might be thinking to yourselves, well, I've seen loads of viral shorts that never use hashtags at all. And yeah, that is true. But those creators who post those shorts usually already have a really strong data profile behind their channel. Like YouTube probably already understands their audience, already understands their niche and they already understand who to show their videos to. But if you're a smaller creator or if your shorts aren't getting many views at the moment, you don't have that same advantage. So adding hashtags can act like extra guidance for the algorithm. So going forward, just make it a habit. Every time you upload a short, just add up to like 6 different hashtags relevant to the actual video itself and relevant to your niche. Now, if you don't know what hashtags to use, literally just use 6 hashtags related to your specific niche. If you're in gaming, use gaming hashtags. If you're in cooking, use cooking hashtags. Now, if you do need any help with any of this, just comment down below and I'll try my best to get back to you. Now, a good tool you can use for posting more shorts is actually a tool called Nexus Clips. It's a tool that basically clips up your long form videos into shorts that you can immediately post out on your channel. Now, the AI tool basically combs through your long form videos, picks out the most viral or engaging moments, and then clips them into standalone shorts. You can even add other edits like captions and subtitles and all that stuff too. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave all of the links down there below. Then the next setting we have is make sure you turn on allow embedding. And this is also one that's only available on Desktop Studio. So some of you who only use mobile might not be able to do this, but if you do have desktop, do it. Now, this setting might seem like a really small and insignificant one, but it actually gives your shorts more opportunities to get views outside of just YouTube. So what this setting does is basically allows your videos to be shared and played directly on other websites, things like blogs or forums or even Discord servers or even like news articles. And here's why that matters, because every single time a video gets viewed externally, like traffic outside of YouTube, the algorithm loves that. It's a strong signal that your content is valuable on and off the platform, and it's worth pushing even further. Now, yes, realistically, most of your views will still come from the short feed, but even if just a tiny boost of external websites can actually really help your video just tip over the edge during the early stages. So there's really no downside here. Just leave allow embedding on every time. Then next up, we have descriptions. Now, yes, I know that descriptions are not absolutely essential. You've probably seen loads of shorts go viral with no descriptions at all. And yeah, that does happen. But again, those are only usually from creators where YouTube already understands their content and their audience. But if you're a smaller creator and your shorts aren't getting many views, there really is no harm in actually writing descriptions. Because just like hashtags, descriptions give YouTube extra context and information about what your video is. It helps the algorithm to understand what your content is about, who it should be shown to, and where it fits on a platform. Now, your description doesn't need to be long. It can literally just be like 1 or 2 sentences. You could write it yourself or just get ChatGPT to write it for you. Now, this is the exact prompt I use for all of my shorts and pretty much all of my long form videos too. You can either pause the video and write it down, or you can screenshot it or whatever, but I will read it out for you now. It literally just says, write me a short 1-sentence YouTube description that is optimized for SEO. The video title is X. What the video about is, this is where you briefly explain what happens in a short. My target audience or niche is this, just fill in your target audience and niche. And then it just says the description should include relevant keywords, be clear and engaging, and help the video get discovered by the right audience. And there you go. It will literally take you 20 seconds every time you post out a new short, but it gives you that extra bit of boost. Okay, so now this next setting should be an obvious one to most of you, but I still see a lot of people forgetting to do this. So I thought I'd quickly mention it. You need to make sure that you turn this setting off, because unless your content is specifically made for children, this setting will actually massively hurt you. This is because when you mark a video as made for kids, YouTube will actually disable a bunch of really important different features like comments, notifications, and personalized ads, and all that kind of stuff. And more importantly, it will also limit how far your shorts and videos get pushed out by the algorithm. And for shorts especially, engagement is obviously everything. If people can't comment on or interact with your shorts properly, you're basically killing your own reach before the video even has a chance to get pushed. So always double check you have this setting turned off before you post your short out. And then lastly, we have the early engagement velocity. And this one is actually really quite interesting because whenever you actually upload a short or a long form video, YouTube will always test it within the first 24 hours to see how much interest and engagement it gets. And it uses that test data to decide whether or not to push it out further or restrict its reach. So your goal here is to make the results of that initial test look as strong as possible. So speed is everything here. when you next upload, you want to create an early surge of engagement. So you want to do things like encourage people to like and comment straight away. You want to reply to every comment and give it a heart within the first 1 to 2 hours. You want to post your video on your community tab as well. And if you have a second channel, you want to use that to watch, like, and comment on your video too. Now, look, you don't need thousands of interactions. Even just like 10 to 20 early engagements can help signal to YouTube, look, this video is performing really well. Let's push it out to more people. So look, going forward, always try to focus on maximizing engagement as quickly as possible after you post. All right, so those are the exact settings you should be using every single time you post a short to give it the best chance of performing. But sometimes settings alone aren't enough. Right now, there's actually a brand new trend blowing up all over YouTube, and most small creators haven't even realized it's happening yet. Now, I've uncovered everything in this video that's popping up right here. I'll show you exactly what this new trend is and how you can use it on your own channel. So click on that right now and I'll explain everything. See you there.